Make sure everybody knows, including me. It's easy to forget we're in public, but we are. Got it. Okay, so here comes everyone. So I'm just waiting while people's audio gets connected. And I'm going to keep repeating a little bit until I see that audio's basically hooked up for most folks. And so I'll say again, good morning. I'm Judge Pye. Good morning. Welcome to the Temple Municipal Court. We're still doing some Zoom because, well, it's convenient. And so what I want to do just in connection with that is just kind of lay out the framework like I would do if you were here in the courtroom. One thing I want to tell people is, and I've got somebody hitting me with a chat, and they're telling me they can't hear me. So if you can't hear me, okay. I can't do a lot of message chatting. I do it only if I can't connect to people. But it's time consuming and it's not captured, it's not saved. And so it's almost like an off the cuff conversation, which judges aren't supposed to do. So I do it if there's a reason to connect to try to work on that. I had a couple of people, two that I don't know who are. There's and Jalen's iPhone. Can you unmute and tell me just your name?
Jalen Hill.
Oh, there you are. I already had you logged in. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I had one that may be taken care of, and there's a telephone caller. It's a 254 area code ending in 336. And I'm currently just hitting it with an unmute request to try to see who that is. Phones take a little longer. There you are.
This is Amalia Rubacava.
What's the last name?
Rubacava.
Thank you, Ms. Rubacava. I'll be with you soon. I want to let you know that with the phone folks, it's fine to be on the phone. But the only thing is it's a little more difficult. It's a little more challenging. And also phone people have a tendency to forget that they're on the phone. So I'll call your name really loudly when it's your turn, and that'll be soon. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that iPhone that I was trying to identify back in. Maybe we'll see if it connects. So, hi, are you Casey Gunning on the iPhone? Can you unmute? Yeah, I see you're at work. I don't mind if people are at work, as long as we can get this done. But you need to unmute so I can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me now?
I can. What's your name?
I'm Lacey Gunning, and I am at work, but my boss said when it's my turn, I can clock out for my lunch break early.
Okay. The only thing is you might, it may be, I saw when you first logged in. And so I know you're not last or anything as a result of just the connection problems, but you're not first either. So I'll be with you shortly. Yes, but I do ask everybody to pay attention right now for a few minutes. I want to let you know that when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. And when you give a plea, you're giving your answer or response to that accusation. And there are three options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Guilty means I did it. Not guilty means I'm contesting it. No contest means I'm not admitting or denying it, but I am moving forward with it. So if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm moving into sentencing. If you plead not guilty, I'm moving that case toward trial. Normally we have the pre-trials meeting on Zoom today. We don't today. But I do want to kind of let you know a few more things. Another thing I want to let you know about. So yeah, I'll let them in too, is that if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm moving into sentencing. And normally you pay the fines and costs, it goes on your record. Payment, I can look at income and make adjustments at the beginning of the case. Sometimes later I can too, depending on the situation. So as we move forward with the case, the options, they taper down is how I think of it. And so I'll look at income information if you've provided honest information that I can review and make adjustments if I'm able. If in terms of having an item go on your record, that's another concern that folks have. In terms of having an item go on your record, there are 4 ways to gain a dismissal in a court like this one. And this is municipal court, it's Class C court. The dismissal options are through compliance, where the law provides, so the law has to say it, and then I can do it, and I'll automatically look for those. A driver safety course option, which you have to be qualified and then successfully complete it, but you do get it dismissed, you do save money, and you actually drive better. It's less expensive than paying the ticket, but there are things to do. And I heavily favor it because I know it works. And I'll be looking to see if you might be qualified. On both of these 2 options, the first 2, I'm automatically looking for the possibility. You can ask me about it if you have questions, okay, when it's your turn. The third one is if you do what's called a deferred. That's a deferred disposition. Deferred disposition is a legal term that we use. Disposition means to finalize or dispose of. Deferred is a delay. I delay making your case final. I put an order in place, and I'm doing this because it's a sheet of paper with a court order. It'll have a list of things for you to do. If you get the list done, you get a dismissal. So that's what a deferred disposition is. With a deferred disposition, there's a 1 rule, and that's that you must ask yourself. I don't ask you, you ask me. There's a long-winded ethics reason why that's true, and I'm strong on the ethics issues, especially regarding judges. So just the way that you trigger that one is you say, guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred, and then I either say yes or no, okay, but you request it. It's a really good one where the other ones don't work, okay, because the first 2 save you money. That one doesn't necessarily. And then the 4th one, the final one that I want to talk about, is a teen court option for high school, middle school, homeschool, or GED students. If I know you're a student, I'll be pushing that option to see if you want to do it, because it's our most successful option in terms of recidivism. Recidivism means recurring or reoffending. In the traffic world, that can be like, I see that as a safety, death, dismemberment issue. Because in the state of Texas, if you're 25 and under and you're driving, you're in the top group for death and dismemberment on the roadway. If you've had an accident, you're in the +1 group, you're the super group, okay? And if you have a ticket and a crash, you're in the +2. So you're like in the elite group of people who the next event is they die or they kill someone. So I take it very seriously. In the non-traffic world, in the code, not code violation, well, code, but penal code violation, criminal violation. When we're talking about teen court and recurrence, we're talking about escalating to different layers of offense and potentially creating a record that really might affect your job. So teen courts are really the 4th option for students. And I think I have a few students this morning. Okay. So that's what I call the 101. Okay. Now, when it's your turn, if you want to discuss these options and talk about them, bring it up, because I probably won't unless I see that you might be qualified for a compliance dismissal, a driver safety course option, and possibly teen court. But if you either don't know what I've just told you, maybe it was too much, maybe I moved too quickly, that's fine. You need to let me know though, okay? All right, so I'm just going to move forward and work with each person. And yeah, you have to listen to each person, because if you were in court, please believe me when I tell you the line would be longer and it would take a bit longer and you'd have to be here. But I do want to let you know that today I'm going to need some kind of signature, so that we can sometimes email, print it, sign it, and email it back. You can come by the court at your convenience sometime today. If you're remote, I will work with you the best I can. If you're not in the area, I have your address, so I'll just be looking at that. But I'm trying to advance your case forward. That's what judges do. So I don't do maybe dates. This is a court date. That means if you were here, you would be signing. You might ask yourself, well, then why didn't I just come to court and wait in that line? And the answer is, this is probably going to take us less than an hour. If you were here, it would take longer, and you'd be waiting in a line on somebody else's time. So I can work with you on your time, because if you have to come over, once you get here, it's maybe 3 to 5 minutes to just get what you need, sign it, get your copies, etc. So I'll just work with everybody. You'll kind of see how I do it if you listen to, as I talk to people. I'm going to start with Candace Jackson. And Miss Jackson, if you want to unmute and let me know how you're doing today.
Good morning, Judge.
Okay.
I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so let me kind of review out loud where I think we are, and then I'm going to see what you need to, what we need to do to try to get you back on track. And I did get the note about the house fire. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know. I have not had a personal experience, and I hope no one ever does, but I know that it's a terrifying experience and very disorienting. So you have my sympathy on that. I do want to let you know, let's see, we had warrants, and then at the point where we resolved those warrants, I found you to be unable to make payment. So I ordered community service. Those hours were due July 20th. We don't have them. And then I received a request for a payment plan from you and a disclosure of maybe additional or new income that, we didn't have the advantage of last time.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have it right so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So my next question, and this is just because I want to tie off one end and go to the next one. I don't mind working with you, which was your request. That's not a problem. You're here. You're here. I work with you if I can.
Thank you.
But what I want to ask is, were you able to do any of the community service hours?
No, ma'am.
Okay. That's okay. I just want to get a timetable for getting them turned in if we have them, because I want to clear that off the deck and then see what we're working with. I did receive a request, and I just take it as a request. There's a note down at the bottom of your income disclosure, the new one, and it says that you could pay $50 a month. Is that something we can begin today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then it would just be every month on the 17th.
Okay.
Will that work?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
And then I see that you're in town. Can you come by today and sign for this payment plan?
yes.
Okay. What time works for you?
Soon as I'm done with talking to you, I can come up.
Okay. So it's 9:20 now. We'll look for you around 10.
Okay.
And they'll just have everything at the clerk's window. It'll be ready in about 20 minutes for you to sign. And you just walk in, tell them who you are. Anyone can help you. They'll present it to you, you sign it, and then you leave with a printout of what your payment plan is. And you just stay on that list of payments. Treat those payment dates as a due date, because if you miss it, you get a notice that you could go to warrant. So,
Okay.
and if you miss the notice, you go to warrant. So, if you can't make a payment because something unexpected happens, come in and talk to us about it. And if they can't help you at the front, they'll put you to meet with me, but don't miss deadlines, because when you go to warrant, you get $50 added per case, which is, unfortunately, it's state law. And I don't get to say, well, not this time. So it's like you lose 2 months of payments that way.
Okay,
But don't do that because you're backing up. You're not getting forward. And it becomes very frustrating for you, which I do understand, but there are limits to what I get to do. You can always pay more and get it done faster, but I definitely don't have trouble honoring the request that you made of the court for today. Okay,
thank you.
Ms. Jackson, do you have any questions before I let you go?
So when I come in here in a minute, would I need to pay another $50?
You pay $50 today,
Okay,
just one.
okay, because I had already paid 100 prior to this. So okay, I can
It's
come
okay.
in.
Look, do I need it? That's why I asked if you could do it today.
Yes, ma'am, I can.
If you can't, then you need to tell me. If it puts I'm not here to put children into, it's a punitive, so it's not like it's supposed to be fun. No one literally comes to my building thinking how great it's going to be, right? I mean, I recognize that. But I'm also not here to create a dire situation. And I don't know your circumstances if you don't tell me.
Right, gotcha.
So if today is a hardship, tell me.
No, it's fine. I can come and sign and then pay the $50 today.
Okay. And then after today, it's just every month on this day or before.
Okay,
Okay. And then no penalties if you pay early or more. It just gets you done faster. It's a minimum due.
okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
Judge.
Thank you, Miss Jackson.
Okay.
I
Have a
hope
great day.
Yes, I hope things improve soon.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. And I'm moving forward to talk to Jalen Hill. And let me get you on screen and unmuted. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
There you go. I'm well. Thank you for asking. I do have your information. I do have a warrant, so we need to get that moving to a resolution. And I did get a request for a payment plan.
Yes, ma'am.
With a warrant, the first question is, sorry, I'm just looking at information. Okay. What are you able to pay today towards your balance?
I can do like 75, 100.
Okay. Which one?
75.
Okay. And then are you paid every 2 weeks?
Yes, man.
And is it what day of the week? Like, is it Fridays? Is it Mondays?
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. And is
So
it
I actually have two jobs. So one of them I get paid bi-weekly and one of them I get paid weekly. They're both on, it'd be a Wednesday.
okay? So next, I'm sorry, on the 30th, 2 weeks from yesterday, can we do $75?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And that's going to be on, so 75 today, and then on August 30th. And then every 2 weeks thereafter.
Just 75 every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
You had put 300 a month. I'll be honest with you. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but most people would have difficulty maintaining that. Now, that's not to say, I mean, it's a $782 balance. If you want to get done with it sooner, you certainly could. Okay. I want to get your warrants off.
Yes, ma'am.
And get you going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not a word. Yes or no?
No, I'm sorry. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
okay.
Sorry.
I don't want to misunderstand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's a warrant situation. You're not going to get arrested coming over here, but I need you to come by and sign for it to get the warrants out of play. What time can you be here?
As soon as we hang up, I can be on the way.
Okay. I'll just put 10-ish.
Yes, ma'am. It's the same place that you go to pay them, right? Okay.
They'll print everything out for you. They'll receipt you. If you need information for how to pay online or by phone, you can get that.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you're kind of good to go. You won't need to come back into the building again unless there's a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any further questions?
No, ma'am. Just a 75 every 2 months. That's it. Or 2 weeks. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. That works.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Okay. Ms. Rubalcava, can you unmute? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Okay. So let's see. Just a quick question. I do have your income information. You're at Morco, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is that the only income to your home?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are there any other, you have the 3 children living with you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the other parent helping?
No, ma'am. I've been doing it by myself for like 2 months, so I'm kind of trying to figure it out right now.
Okay. Do you know how to reach the Attorney General to get help with that?
Yes, ma'am. The other parent is in prison, so
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It
it's
doesn't mean that you can't get a judgment. It just means it's not going to get paid until later. Okay. But I will tell you that if you're receiving assistance, which you are right now, and you should be, it's appropriate that you have help with the food, because that's important. But it does mean that you would be entitled to free legal assistance in collecting that child support. So you might reach out to the Attorney General. For me, I can order community service for the cases that you have with the court. You are working. Are you working full time?
yes, ma'am. I'm at work now.
Okay, well, we'll get through it. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is just due to the hardship of kids and full-time work and no support, I'm gonna cut the hours. They would normally be 27 hours. I'm gonna cut that to 13.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm gonna give you 60 days, 2 months to get it done. I am willing to grant an extension if I need to, but you'll need to communicate and give me whatever hours you can get done in the 2-month period. If you can give me whatever you've got by October 16th, and then I'll see, what we still need to do, how much more time you need. Now, I think you're working in Temple, but you live in Moody, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have a list of places where you can do the work, and the city is one of those places. When you work with them, they do require a waiver, and so we'll need to have that signature today for that waiver. Can I get you to come in to sign sometime today?
Yes, ma'am. I could be up there on my lunch break around 11:30.
That's perfect. Okay, so I'll have everything at the window for you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. I think it's appropriate, and I just want to encourage you to get the hours done, and whatever you can't get done, turn in what you've gotten and drop me a note about how much more time you need on or before your due date so that we don't have a warrant again. Okay. I don't
Yes, ma'am.
need to issue warrants. It's a last resort. So if you're communicating and we're making a little progress or a lot of progress, or there are circumstances I need to take into account, I won't know if you don't tell me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You're good to go, and we'll see you around your lunch break. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Thank you, Miss Rubicalva. You too. You're good to hang up. If I could talk to Caden Dodge, and I have a little confusion because I had 2 people on that look like, okay. I have, okay, yeah, I have Caden. There you are. No, I had a different person with a last name, and I think they've changed.
I'm his mother, and I had gotten on my phone
That's what it is. Okay.
earlier than he could meet me. And so then my phone wasn't working. So we just got both on his phone.
That's fine. What I didn't want to do is leave a parent out of the conversation. So I think we're good on all fronts. Caden, I'm Judge Person. I did receive information regarding your citations. There are 2. One is a stop sign charge. Both are alleged from August 2nd. The stop sign charge has fines and costs of $234. There is a violation to your restriction for passengers. That's a G restriction. And the fines and costs are $269. I did receive a guilty plea on both cases and a request for teen court, which I will be inclined to grant. But I first wanted to ask you before I get to that,
Yes, ma'am.
describe the options for pleading guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Did you understand those options and what they mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mom, do you feel like he understands?
I mean, I just want to make sure that we both understand. The guilty is that, yes, it did happen. And he knows that he did wrong. After I explained to him about the stop sign, just where it was, he thought that it was a yield because it was in a turning lane. And so he wasn't, the police officer really didn't explain it. So we went back to that spot so that I could explain it better. So he does know that, yes, he is guilty of both. I don't know if there's anything different as far as him being able to get it to not go on his record.
Yeah, we're about to talk about that. Where I'm at is do we understand the meaning of guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, but sometimes people say no. So I
Right.
I don't go like to the end. I start and we just build towards conclusion, right? But
Right.
we need to know what's going on. I have a question though, and maybe one or both of you could tell me this. I'm not looking at the ticket right now, but I want to ask you a question. Where is this?
It is on, it's on a side. Let me see where it says. I have the ticket in front of me and I know that it says the street names. Hogan and Tumbleweed is the names that he wrote down on the ticket. It's a side street of a neighborhood. So
Okay, which part of town?
Belton, it's closer to Belton.
So there's one out on the loop.
It's not that far.
Okay,
So
there's one
off
out
of
there. I
three.
was just like, I've had an experience with a couple around town because I actually drive around periodically and just follow.
Yes.
I do this thing where I go, what would it take to follow all the rules?
Absolutely.
And I see how hard is it, because we get absent-minded, we're not thinking, which is how we have accidents. And so
Yes.
I go and I try to do it. And I had a couple where I was like, what am I supposed to do here? I better just do the most conservative thing. But it was, like there's a stop sign, and this is turning. And I'm like,
Yes. That's exactly how it was. So the stop sign is, of course, on the right hand side of the road, and there's literally just a field of nothing. And then there's a stop sign in front of him where you turn into the neighborhood. So he gets in the turning lane and I had to, kind of explain to him and go over that the solid white line goes all the way into that turning lane. Because the police officer was right in front of him. He saw the police officer. He actually went after the police officer so he yielded to the police officer.
yeah. So I think you did the right thing in showing him because, well, hey, Kate, and one of the things is when you're changing direction, you never ever have the right of way. Right. So that's one thing to always remember, just like when you add that into like the line and the sign but if you're changing directions, you have to remember that whoever's coming, they've got the right of way, even if there's no one there. So even if there's no one there, sometimes you have to figure out, like your mom is describing. But I just wondered if it was one of the ones I'd encountered. I haven't encountered that one. Mom, that's exactly the right thing to do with your young person. The young people in the car, y'all have to figure out when his restriction goes off. Do you know when his restriction goes off for passengers?
So we did the ACIVL program together. He literally had his license for 5 days. and then he got the citation.
I think there's going to be at least a 6-month restriction. You should flip your
Well-
license over and see on the back what it tells you.
Okay. Applies until 3/7/25.
There it
So
is,
that's when he would be 18.
possibly.
Okay. I did have a question about that because the police officer said that absolutely nobody can be in his vehicle. The ACEable program that we did said 1 passenger. And yes, I know there was 3. We have been over this several times. The one of the kids practically lives with us. And so basically being like a sibling, is there something that we need to do?
So here's the thing that I'm reading online, and it just says, let me back up because now they want to pop up some ads for me. Texas Department of Public Safety. You can go on there and read, but the restrictions, the G restriction is under chapter, and they should have gone over this with you at DPS, but if they didn't, they didn't. Let me just look it up real quickly. I mean, that's really what you should do is look it up, but hang on just a second.
I just know that we just finished the ACEable program. So I was like going off of that, and I had told him that his siblings are allowed, and then
Okay.
1 passenger.
So the way that law reads, the G restriction is if you are under the age of 18, you may not operate a vehicle while using a wireless device, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Hold on. I got to find it. There's a lot of, 424. Okay, so a person under 18 years of age may not operate a motor vehicle with more than 1 passenger in the vehicle under 21 years of age who is not a family member.
Okay.
So I can't give you legal advice about that, but
No, and he doesn't. He's not that kid. I mean, he's been telling people, no, I can't take you home from practice.
well,
They were all over.
There were 3 people in the car.
Yes, they were at their friend's house and then right down the street. And I told him, like, that's just still not acceptable.
So let me just tell you the story that I know. Okay.
Mhm.
Case I had a few years back, and I had a young man a little year older, and they were actually heading home from athletic practice, shall we say. I don't want to give a bunch of people's information out, but
For sure, absolutely.
but so he's got friends in the car. There were 3, 1 in front, 2 in back. He pulled out a little too soon at a stop sign.
Yeah.
They got T-boned and his friend died.
Yes, absolutely.
So
yes.
what we know is that just, under 18, sorry, but it's a mental thing. Before we're 25, the 2 hemispheres of our brain are not connected until we're 25.
Yes.
That. And decision making is different for a young person. And sometimes, the decision they're making is they're listening to somebody in the car and they pull out too soon or whatever. So I think probably that officer saw all the young people, he saw the violation, and he knows about that kind of, what the research tells us. So,
Yes.
you're not going to be able to give people a ride. You can have, the one person. And to say, well, it feels like their family. I mean, they need to legally, there's an exception for family because there's just a practical thing that happens for folks But the truth is that exception doesn't make that activity safe, right?
Right.
It's just a
Yes.
compromise under the law because families are families and, a lot of times they're getting that person a license because they need help with like getting kids to
Yes.
school or whatever. But it doesn't mean that that activity is safe. It just means that, frankly, I mean, what it really means is that if you're going to take the risk, which you are, you get to take the risk for your own children, but not for other people's. So
Yes.
that's really what that's about, right? So, I was asking for the date because I wanted to see if that restriction was about to go off, in which case we could work with it one way. But since it's not going to go off anytime soon, we're going to work with it another way. Okay. So
Okay.
with teen court, there are 2 fees of $20 cash. So that's $40. Can we get that paid today?
So I can be there. He is about to leave to go to a scrimmage.
Well, I mean, it's
Does
court.
he have to sign for it?
Yes. Does
Okay.
he drive the car? That's my question. Yeah.
Yes.
I need a parent signature too, but yeah, he has to sign. I can email it. No, I can't actually. Well, yeah, I could. Someone has to come by to do the cash payment. I could email
Okay.
the forms to you and, if you can print them and sign them and email them back, but I do need a signature today.
Okay. So he can sign online and then I can come
That's
make
not
the.
the same thing. That's not what I said. What I said is if you can print it and sign it and email it back, because I don't take
Okay.
an electronic pretend signature. I've got to have a legal signature. It's got to match your driver's license.
Okay. So I am in his AP office with him. My admin at High Point was nice enough to let me to come over here and give me some coverage from my classroom.
It
So
sounds
I
like
think-
y'all didn't plan to be in court today for very long. Maybe we need to just schedule y'all to come into court.
So I was gonna ask if Miss Dodd could print that and then help us with that.
If that's possible, we haven't even gotten to the part where we're talking about a court order and I've got other people who need to be spoken with this morning. So I'm trying to wrap it up, but you're telling me he can't really come over there. We can't really print it. We're not sure if we can. And to me, it just sounds like we're not ready to have court today. Maybe we need to reschedule.
If we need to do that, that's fine. It was not an easy task to get us here today, just with me being.
I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but like you could come and be in a long line. I'm trying to make it convenient and I'm being told, that the court is inconvenient. But the fact is you committed a violation or we wouldn't be here. So.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not saying that. She told me at the court, whenever we went over there to sign, that this was the only day and last day for him to take care of it.
Yeah, that sounds like a misunderstanding to me.
Okay.
But it might have been what she was able to do without you getting the judge to approve it.
Okay.
So let's just reschedule.
Okay. So we need to.
So we'll go ahead and schedule.
Okay.
Can y'all come in September 6th at 3:00 here in the court?
Let me see what day that is.
It's a Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yes. He'll take off of school and I'll have to take off of work.
Yeah, I think that's wise because we can't seem to get where we need to online. So
Okay.
we need to come in.
Okay.
I'll just reset it on my own motion and email the notice to you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. What time did you say that was?
3:00. We'll email it to you, but 3:00.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Okay, moving forward, if I could. Lacey Gunning. Can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we do have warrants and I do have a
I'm gonna
request.
clock out right quick. so that I can,
I'll come back to you because,
oh, sorry.
yeah, you know.
No, I'm talking out right now. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I just, folks, if it's inconvenient to be online, then come on in and wait a few hours. Goodness gracious. When it's your turn, it's your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry if court is inconvenient, but you have, warrant cases, ma'am, since 2017. So we need to get to the bottom of it. Right now, I just have warrant cases that have not been attended to. And I'm trying to get those warrants resolved. The pleas have already been entered. I know that you haven't had a steady job, so I do sympathize, but I do need to highlight to you, and I too.
I do now.
If I could just finish. And then I do want to hear from you. I know you didn't, but I can't work with you if you're not here. So I think I have holds on your license, which I don't know, but you did have an invalid license at one point. It might still be. It might be too that it's invalid based on the outstanding balances with the court. So I think that's true on this gunning. And the one case I'm thinking where I think I see that is there's a no insurance charge. If we could check that one. The position I have on this kind of thing is that when it's gone this long, I definitely can recall the warrants. But we need to set up and get it resolved as soon as possible.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and I do see that you were going through some pretty traumatic stuff. So I'm not exactly surprised that you didn't think to come in and talk to us. And I do get that. I'm not going to send you to jail. Okay. In fact, that's the easy part. I can quickly resolve that with you because you're here and you're willing to work on this. There's a couple of ways to kind of look at this. I could order community service. You really are in a category in terms of income and you have food stamps and kids. I know it's hard to think about working that out like problematically. I can do that. If I did that, let me just tell you what it would look like and let me give you some quick options. Okay. So yes, ma'am, if we did that, let me see. I would give you quadruple credit. So it would turn into 41 hours instead of 82. I could give you a couple of months to get it done. If you couldn't get it done, I can give you an extension as long as you turn in something and, communicate and stay on time. I can give you a low payment plan. I do see you have 4 children at home. Let me ask the clerk one question real quickly while you mull that over, okay? On
Yes,
that
ma'am.
case, does she have a hold on her license? Oh, is it? Yeah. Just that little pie chart.
I've never actually had one.
It's that FMFR, that one that has the higher balance is usually where we would find it. And then just the breakdown of payments. Oh, is that the part not working? Okay, I don't see it there. And then I would check the older one. I'm still looking I'm just seeing if I have a hold on the license. Yes.
I believe you do. I looked it up online a while back and it said I was not eligible because there was 2, it's like I need a paper from the judge and closure from cases before I could apply for one.
So the language you're using to me tells me that multiple things could be happening. Yes, but 2017, so. I'm not sure that I have a hold. Have you had an uncovered accident somewhere?
No, ma'am. I know. So when I was a kid, both my parents had drug addictions, and we didn't go to school a lot. We were moving back and forth from Arlington to Central Texas, and we got truancy, and they put a hold on it. Then instead of it going on our parents, it went on us. And so that's honestly why I've never had one. And whenever I did try to go get the papers, it was just all mixed up. Even I got married to like my brother whenever I was 9. It's a whole fiasco.
Okay, so you've never had one. And then you have some kind of old case.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I have a couple of tools for you. Okay. One is, let's think about what's happening with your case here. I don't think your case here is your hold. It does not appear to be with my looking in my system. So once the warrants are off, what's happening for this court is over, like as far as holds. And I can do that today. And I can order community service, or I can give you low payments, probably like $30 a month. And, you just chunk away at it when you want to, but minimally paying monthly. And then more if and when you can. So 2 options. One is to get into a community service option. The other is just to have a low payment that you do monthly. The other thing is, either way, I want you to come by the court today. I didn't look at your address. Let me look. Yeah, to sign. And I can give you what I call my license packet. And the license packet will help you figure out what you need to do to get a driver's license. And it's a walkthrough in case you need to get an occupational license versus a regular license. Because at 32 with 4 kids, you definitely need a license. And if I can help you, you seem like a very intelligent person. So you would walk yourself through this. It's a packet. All it is information that I know where to go to hit print on the internet. And if you knew how to look for it, you would find it. So it's not like I'm giving you, like, I'm not your lawyer or anything like that. It's a self-help packet. And, most people, I've actually never met anyone that couldn't walk through the 6 steps that are on there to figure out how to get some kind of license that lets them lawfully drive so that they're not subject to, arrest when they're driving their kids around, right? Because your kids go to CPS if you get arrested when they're in the car with you, at least. So let's try to take a deep breath and figure this out. Now, first thing, which do you think would work better, a low payment or a community service option?
I'd like to do the low payment because I spend most of my weekends doing surgical tech certifications so I can get a promotion.
Okay.
Finally, at 30, I'm ready to, I guess, grow up and start a career in.
That's a pretty cool option, actually. It's pretty interesting. I
love it.
Can you make a $30 payment today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so then it's just monthly.
And I'll actually be putting down, and I got one of the tickets about a week and a half ago. I completely paid off one of them.
Great. I think we've got that in and we've got that reflected. And that highlights that you can always pay early and get things just done. And then we're going to have a packet when you come over to sign for this. I'm going to recall your warrants. You won't get arrested when you get over here. We're not going to arrest you. The court is a safe harbor if you come in, especially when you and I have talked about it. And then there'll be a packet. Do you have one available back there? The license information. And we'll have that at the front desk for you to walk yourself through getting a license. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're freezing up on the screen, but what time should I look for you today?
I get off at 3:30. I'm gonna try to leave here about 10 minutes early at 3:20 and get there before 4.
Okay, I'll put around 4-ish.
Okay. And thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Get things, keep going. You're doing the right direction.
Thank you. Yeah, started off scrubbing toilets that's gotten white, now scope check. So
Great.
it all happens. Just gotta,
You just have to keep taking
sorry,
steps.
service is horrible here.
I understand. I've been in
Yes,
the
ma'am.
hospital. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye. And I'm moving forward. If I could talk to Kane Long, you'll need to get on screen and unmute and tell me how you're doing.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. Give me one quick moment, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
On this, we have time to support on that lady, Miss Gunny. I'm gonna do some questions. Okay. All right. Mr. Long, I'm just looking for everything. We had community service due in May. We didn't get anything in. We sent a letter. I don't know if you get our letters, if we have the right address or what the deal is, but we didn't hear from you. And now we still have warrants and, you know, the thing, okay, let me just read your note. Hang on.
I'm sorry, it's so much that I wrote. I was trying to
It's okay.
calm it down for you. I'm sorry.
Okay. I've read it. Hang on. Let me look at one more thing. Okay. And then talk, let me look real quick. You have your son.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Is the other parent helping?
Oh, his mom is not helping. She hasn't helped in forever. But we're trying to get that all squared away. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are y'all living alone? When you say,
Yeah, it's just me and my son. My girlfriend comes over here from time to time and stuff, and she'll watch him and stuff like that. But she just completed cosmetology school, so I'm trying to take my CDLs and stuff. But I have these warrants, and you know, I know that like those warrants been due, and I apologize for that. I've been taking full responsibility and things like that.
okay,
I apologize for that.
I can do community service.
Okay.
Let me look and see. We had the 293 hours,
Yes, ma'am.
and I will keep it at that. Even though it did go up.
Thank you.
The new due,
I couldn't hear you. I'm so sorry.
yeah, the new due date is October 16th.
Okay. Okay, October 16th. Okay, awesome. And do you have any special places to go to, or do I just go to any?
No, you can't just go anywhere. I have a list of places where you can go, and then I have information for how to find a place if these places don't work.
Okay.
So if you look and these places won't work, then you have to get the place you're trying to go pre-approved. You only have a 2-week window to get that paperwork turned in. It's on the back of your paperwork. And I would need that by August 31st. Otherwise, you just use the list.
Yes, ma'am.
I see you're in Colleen, so you may want to think about it if you need to get that in place. I do need you to come and sign for your community service.
Okay.
So
Yes.
when can you come by today?
Would 3 p.m. work for you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, I put a new extension on your approval.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, Judge Pearson.
Yes,
Thank you.
well, I thank you, but I do want you to make some progress because I think I have a hold on your license. I'm not sure.
Yes, ma'am.
And if I do, there's the only way to deal with that is to get all of this done.
Yes, ma'am. I'll make progress. I'll start this week.
Okay, well, read everything when you come into court and you're coming in at, you said 11?
I said, would 3 work for you?
Three's fine. I'm sorry. That was the
Okay.
person ahead of me. Okay,
No.
I put a note on there for them to have everything ready when you get here, okay?
Okay, thank you. Oh, one question.
Yes.
Okay, so because I don't have a driver's license yet. I never had one, but you know, I understand. Like I end up always getting a ticket, and I know you're busy right now, but so I'm trying to get my CDLs, but I know that I'm not sure if it'll come after the community service or like if I do half of the community service and if I like do my CDLs and I'm finished with it, will I be able to pay for that when I start working and stuff like that? Will I be able to pay for the rest of the community service or do I have to finish it physically as well?
Okay, hang on a second. Let me look.
Okay.
I have a slow system today, so I didn't look at it, but. Right, do we have a whole? We weren't. I didn't know that until recently. Okay, I don't have a hold on your license. I can give you license information packet. We'll add
Yes.
his too. And you know, that's the most self-help I can give you. And it'll
Yes.
get you to where you'll look into all the databases and see if there are any other issues that are giving you a difficulty.
Okay. Thank you so much. God
Yes.
bless you, Judge. I appreciate you so much already.
Thank you for that. I think, Mr. Long, what you want to do is every day take a step.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You'll get there. Don't overwhelm yourself. I've been there. So if you go like, I need to get this done, then you go, oh, I can't get it done. If you go like, this is my problem, but I just need to get this done.
Right.
You know, how do you eat an elephant? Right.
Right. Just nudge at it one at a time.
One bite
Yes,
at a
ma'am.
time. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
I would
man.
never eat an elephant, of course.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do my best. I appreciate you giving me another chance, man. I don't want to hold you up, but yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's been a long. Thank you so much. God bless you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
that. And you stay well.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
If I could have Megan Turner unmute and get on screen if you're able. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I did show about, you know, your grandmother. And is that an ongoing
No.
situation?
No, ma'am. It's over now.
I'm sorry. Next blessing, I'm sure. Yeah. But right now I did get income information and it looks like right now you're not working.
Yes, but I do have a job interview tomorrow and I'm working on getting one.
Great. Well, I can order community service or I can put you on the slow payment plan. But do you have a way to pay it if you don't get that job?
Yes, my boyfriend and my mom both offered to help me pay it until I'm able to pay them back personally.
Okay. I can do that and have it start in a month.
Okay.
The beginning date would be September 19th.
Yes, ma'am.
But I do need you to come by and just sign for it today.
Yes, ma'am.
What time can you be here?
Does 2 o'clock work?
Yes. Okay, we'll see you at the window. It won't take but a few minutes. They'll print out your list of payments. It won't start for a month. If you run into difficulty, don't miss your court date. Just come on in
Yes,
and say, I'm having trouble. Drop me a line. If the clerk can't help you, they'll get it to me. If I need to meet with you, I'll set it for a meeting. Just follow up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ms. Turner. You too. And Equan McGee, can you unmute and get on screen, please?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. Let's see. I've got just a bunch of mixed things and I just need to get them all going in a direction. Okay. So let me kind of get a recap and tell you where I think we are, make sure I'm not missing information, and then we'll start looking at the solution. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to read it all out, the files out for you, and then I'll be confirming some things. And then at the end, we're going to have a bigger discussion about what do we do next. Okay.
Okay.
There is a November 29th stop. There's a speeding charge there and a no insurance charge there. You've been found guilty of those two charges, but they've gone to a type of warrant for non-completion of a court order. And I think it was a payment plan. And then there's a speeding charge or a stop from February 22nd of 2023. I have one warrant from that stop. It's a speeding charge and a no insurance charge. And on the speeding charge, the fines and costs are $499.20. I did receive a guilty plea and a request for community service. Is the guilty plea, is that your plea at this time?
Yes.
And then the no insurance charge has fines and costs. Hold on. Fines and costs of $295.30. And I did receive a request for community service, and a plea has already been entered and you've been found guilty of that charge. And then there is a possession of tobacco by a minor. The fines and costs are $146. And I already had a plea entered, I think long ago, maybe. And I received a request for a payment plan. I did show that you're working at HEB and that you could sustain a low payment plan. Are you the only person paying your rent?
Yes.
Do you have any children in the home?
No.
Is anyone in the home disabled?
No.
Okay. And so, yeah, I'm showing that you could make low payments. I can recall your warrants and do payments of $60 a month. I know you requested to pay more. The thing is, you can always pay more, okay? But I want to set something that I know minimum wise that you could do. And then if you want to pay more to get it done faster, that's fine, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Can we do $60 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we start today?
Yes, I can do that today.
Okay. And what time can you come by to the court to sign for this plan?
I can do it around 3.
3 is fine. And once you're here, you won't be arrested, but I'll get your warrants recalled.
Okay.
Okay, we have a plan.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, everything will be at the window for you. And good luck.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.